Okay na po.
Oo,
Opo.
sige.
Good evening. Naririnig niyo ako?
Yes,
Opo,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good evening, students. I am teacher Iris, and I will be your facilitator for tonight. So, before we start, may I call on Miss Bautista to lead the prayer? Miss Bautista, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Miss Bautista. Okay, let me check your attendance first. Okay. So, before we go on to our topic, let me just discuss the learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students can define what is simile and metaphor. Next is the students can differentiate simile to metaphor or vice versa. Next, express the understanding of simile and metaphor with examples. So, are you ready, students? I hope that
Yes,
all of you are
ma'am.
willing to participate in our class discussion. Are you students familiar with the word simile and metaphor? Okay. Okay, before that, I have here a short music video entitled of Simile and Metaphor by the Basilian. So, hindi niya maririnig yung music kasi phone gamit ko. Since you are now familiar with the word simile and metaphor, I have here an example, and you have to do is to identify whether it is a simile or metaphor. Okay, wait lang. So before that, let me just discuss about what is simile. So simile, it compares two unlike things using the word like or as to make the comparison. Next is, what is metaphor? So metaphor is a word or phrase used to describe something as it was something else. It is also a statement where you are saying that one thing is another. So I have here an example that you can do is to identify whether it is a simile or metaphor. So the two goldfish were like floating butterscotch candies. So do you think, students, what kind of no what is this, simile or metaphor?
Simili.
Simili po.
Simili po.
Napuntahan ako. Okay, very good. Next, Franklin has a heart of gold.
Simili.
Metaphor.
Okay, metaphor. Very good. So next, how can understanding simile and metaphor help us to read, speak, listen, and write? So simile and metaphor are both types of figurative language that compare two subjects by highlighting quality. So meaning, simile and metaphor are alike in many ways. So the difference between simile and metaphor, simile use the word like or as to compare the two subjects, and the word metaphor do not use like or as when it comparing. Do you know that, students, the word simile comes from the Latin word similis, meaning similar or alike, and the word metaphor It is a combination of the Greek word meta, meaning beyond, and the Greek word for meaning carrying. So to understand a metaphor, you must carry its meaning beyond the word you say. That's why both simile and metaphor are considered forms of figurative language. So let me show you, students. I have here an example of simile and metaphor. He was as angry as a rattlesnake ready to strike. The girl is being compared to a rattlesnake. The word as is the clue that the reader know, and this is the simile. So the quality being compared is the anger. But since a girl is not exactly or literally a rattlesnake, the author is using figurative language to express the quality being shared, their anger. Next, the girl was an angry rattlesnake ready to strike. It is an example of metaphor because the girl being compared to a rattlesnake is the quality being compared again is anger. And also the word as and like are not used in the sentence. So next, first let's analyze the word see if the sentence is a simile or a metaphor. So again, remember students, a simile compares two things using the word like or as, and metaphor does not use the word like or as to compare. So then let's note the quality being compared. Love is a battlefield. So first, we need to decide if this simile or a metaphor. So students,
Metaphor, ma'am.
okay, very good. Why?
Because there
It's
is
just
no
me.
like or as word in the sentence. And love is comparing with the quality of the battlefield.
Okay, okay, very good because it doesn't use the word like or as. So next, we need the quality being compared, which the two subjects comparing is the love to a battlefield. So next, learning task 1. Students, you can identify the figure speech in every sentence as to simile or metaphor. So write your answer in your notebook. I give 5 minutes to answer this question. Okay, time's up. Are you done, student?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you want to answer, raise your hand. Oh, pala, hindi ko kayo makita. So number 1, the sky was the color of the calm Pacific thousands of miles from land.
Metaphor, ma'am.
Metaphor.
Okay, very good. Number 2, can you please read, Riza?
Oh, number two. I am as a hungry as a bear recently awakened from hibernation. Simile.
Okay, very good. Number 3, Miss Tabalan. Okay, number 3, she was a kite floating above the confusion around here. It is a
Metaphor.
Met.
very good.
Metaphor.
Number 4, Miss Jasmine, can you please read
Like a silent thief, the dog crept into the kitchen.
simile or
And
metaphor?
that is metaphor. Ay, simile.
Okay, very good. The last one is the dark, cold, and silent room was a thumb. So this is a
Metaphor. Metaphor.
Metaphor.
Okay, very good. So, okay, thank you. And this the okay, it is the end of our last discussion. Thank you.